Hello and welcome to this video where we will look at a little known trick for your VLOOKUP function. Now, one thing that many Excel users find frustrating with VLOOKUP is that for the third argument, the column index number, you need to specify a number. You cannot simply select a column like you would with a function such as sum ifs or match. But it is possible to select a column, and this is a great advantage to those of you who might deal with large tables and you don't necessarily know what the column number of column A, B is. So let's see what this trick is. So I have two examples for this video. This is example number 1. We have an orders table and I want to return the product category and the unit price for the products that are being sold in column F. The information I'm returning using VLOOKUP is coming from a table on another sheet. This is the table, and it is a range formatted as a table named products. So we will be using that. And we can see the product name in the first column of the table, column A, and then we have category and price in column 2 and 3. So this table is quite small, but we can imagine it's much larger and much more awkward in a different scenario. So back on the orders sheet, let's get the VLOOKUP started. So in cell G2, I will start my VLOOKUP function, and the lookup value is cell F2, the product name. I'll press my F4 key a couple of times, one more time, so that I lock the column F, but I leave the row relative so that I can copy this formula into column H and return the unit price very soon. Comma, the table array is the products table from the other sheet. And then one more comma brings us to the reason for this video. It wants the column index number. I don't want to have to figure out what the number is, so I'm going to type a column function. And this little known function is our way of avoiding having to use a column number in a VLOOKUP function. This function returns the column number of a reference. So if I proceed with column, come over and select the column of either the sheet or the table. I'm going to select the column of the table. So as I do that, it will write products category in the function. Close bracket. Let me finish off VLOOKUP with comma false close bracket. And when I press enter, that VLOOKUP is working perfectly and it copies to the bottom automatically because I'm writing this in a range formatted as a table. Now if I select that first VLOOKUP and copy it to unit price, and I'll tell it to not bother with any formatting, and look at this, the next VLOOKUP is working as well because we're using that column function, and in that table unit price is next to category. So there's a few different techniques people use to dynamically figure out what the column number is, but this is a simple little trick that many people do not know that means we can simply select a column. Absolutely fantastic. Please feel free to share this video with all of your colleagues and your friends so that they're into the secret as well. Now I wanted to do another example in this video. So I also have a table named sales, and this has some products and some week's sales, and every week there's going to be another week. So there'll be a week 8 soon, and a week 9 soon, and a week 10. And we have this report sheet where we always like to compare the current week, and we have some pretend sales figures in there, and whatever the last week was. So what we want is a VLOOKUP function that will return the previous week, the last week's sales for each of these products. And for this, there is a similar function named columns. And what columns will do from this data here, a table called sales, is it will return how many columns are in that table. And that is great for us because we always want the last column in this case. So from the report sheet, let's get this going. It's VLOOKUP. The lookup value is the product. I'm going to click it. I'm in the table. It will write at product. Comma. The table array is a table named sales. That's the table on the other sheet. And for the column number, I'm simply using a function known as columns. Returns how many columns in a reference. And I'm going to give it the table of sales. And then carry on with the false on the end of VLOOKUP. So when I press enter, I have now returned the last week's sales for each of those products. So for Noki, it's 810. And if we come to the sales table, we can see that it is 810. But more importantly, let's add another week. We now have week 8 coming in. And let's start putting in some fictional data here. For an example, that will do. So now Noki is at 450. And if we come back over, look at that, 450. So two little known functions there, column and columns, can really help when you're trying to return a column number. And a classic example of that is good old VLOOKUP. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so that you will receive the latest Excel videos.